And we're back.
And we're back.
Okay. We're back.
And we're back.
And we're back. Yeah. As you can see by the non-dual split screens, I'm back in Wisconsin.
And I have never left.
You... No, you didn't. You didn't make the trip down this time.
No, I didn't, because
Broken motorcycles to woes.
fucking motorcycles, man.
Well, we're doing this, but we had a choice. What? Go to the shop, do the podcast, or do the podcast, go to the shop, right?
Yeah, so we'll go to the shop after. I got one working.
You do have one working, I'll give you that.
Busted my ass on it.
No, I've been working on mine. Yeah, you did bust your ass, literally.
Yeah.
Your tailbone.
Yep. It is. I'm retarded.
You had a boom boom.
Yep. Whoops.
That'll happen. So yeah, fucking life's been coming at us.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. All the phrases that everybody says, right? All the platitudes that you hear. There's one that I fucking hate, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to talk about, right?
I know.
A good friend of mine died this week on his motorcycle. You get that call you don't want. You know the call.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. From another retired patch holder from another club. Of course, they're, big on brevity. It's not like they're going to explain a lot, right? So it was, Jeff's dead. Jeff was in an accident. He didn't make it.
Yep.
That was the message I got.
That's how those phone calls go.
Yeah, that's exactly how those phone calls go. Why are you going to pussyfoot around it, right? And, of course, he was a well-known biker. I've known him for years through A-Bait. Good motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know him. You went to school with his nephew.
Yep.
Fuck. He didn't bring any bullshit into my life, man. Fucking no grief. All I can remember is just good times. And I rode thousands of miles handlebar to handlebar with this guy. Just the quintessential biker when you think about it. Like unpatched, never, but just, he was the shit, man. Fucking Jeff was awesome.
Yep. And the thing of it is, it's not a fucking secret that motorcycles are dangerous.
Right.
I mean, you hit a raccoon in your car and who gives a shit? Just another dead raccoon in the road. Hit a raccoon on your bike, and depending on the size, and for those that aren't in the Midwest, raccoons get really fucking big.
40, 50 pounds.
Yeah, big.
Yeah,
big fucking things. And at 60 miles an hour, that you're going to know you hit that motherfucker.
I would get lodged between my front tire and my engine.
I hit one
years ago.
It broke my right foot peg off.
Yep. Yep.
But,
this one was the Wisconsin roads that caused it.
Yeah. Yeah, the road he was on was pretty trash.
Well, you said it yourself. We were talking earlier this week. I mean, shit. You don't even want to do the speed. It's not like, we speed all the time, allegedly, but you don't do the speed limit on this road. There was a witness that was behind him that told the police, well, he was weaving all over the place. And I'm like, yeah, he was avoiding the potholes.
Yeah, avoiding the fucking potholes that are a foot deep.
Yeah, and he hit a pothole and compensated after the pothole, hit down in the ditch, and the front end went down, and in the air, he gets tossed off the bike. And
on both sides of that road, the ditches are not your friend.
No, and he was on the Rock River side too. So,
yeah,
and he died.
The river is like what, 5 feet off the road?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, depending upon how high it is.
Yeah, there was dirt pounded into his mufflers from the impacts. That's the way it came down. The bike did. He was dead on impact. So, you go through all that, right? He was well known. I know a lot of people in town, so I'm out and about. And I keep on hearing this fucking phrase. Well, he died doing what he loved. The fuck he did. I hate that phrase. I can't stand it.
It's like, I've never been riding my bike and been like, man,
I hope I
die right now.
Oh, well, yeah, I'll be so happy.
That'll be great.
Fuck, every time I put my goddamn leg over the thing, I'm thinking, okay, I need to stay alive this time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the ultimate self-preservation, right? I mean,
that's like, then if you say that phrase, he died doing what he loved, then obviously you would never wear a helmet, because If you crash, well, then you die doing what you loved. So why the fuck would you want to protect yourself?
Show me how he could have survived with or without a helmet on this one. It was thoracic impact to his chest.
Well, that's just it. It's you can wear all the gear you want. You can have your helmet, you can have a riding jacket with padding and armor
Yeah.
or whatever you want to say. Yada yada. Human beings are soft and squishy.
Yes, they are, with bones that break.
So if you're on a motorcycle doing, let's say 55, the speed limit,
Hmm.
right? You hit a tree at 55 on a bike, you gone.
Yeah,
More than likely, or you're very, very fucked up.
I didn't really pay a lot of attention in physics, when I was in school, but I kind of understand that part real good. I mean, right?
I mean, it's like what they
That
say.
force stopped.
It's like, it's not the fall that gets you, it's a sudden stop at the end.
Yeah, very true.
It's, yeah,
Very true. Oh, this bike will go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Cool. How fast does it stop? That's what I want to know.
right the fuck away if you
Right.
run into something.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
If you run into the harder thing, right the fuck away.
So, it's hard, man. I mean, I get a lot of people affected, a lot of lives.
Yeah,
So, and then you start going out and I'm talking to the different people. I'm out there and my brother, 24 hours later, I lost it.
yeah.
I was in a Walgreens and met another one of the hobbyists, the live to ride, ride to live, brother, that
If you have a
person.
Harley sticker on your fucking vehicle that's not a Harley, that's fucking dumb as shit. Like, I have a Harley, but I'm driving a Jeep Cherokee. Just so you know.
And this person made the mistake of me have a whole day of listening to it.
Yeah,
And he said, well, Tank, he died doing what he loved. And I lost it.
yeah.
It all came welling up, man. I mean, I don't cry many tears for anybody. I welled up with this guy because he was a good motherfucker. And I just lost it. And I was like, what the fuck is your problem? I'm like, do you really think that he fucking died doing what he loved? I said, he was going home to the one he loved. That's
Yep.
what he was doing. He was trying to stay alive so he can get his ass home. Grab a beer, smoke a little weed, watch some TV, be with the one he loved, play with his dogs.
Well,
He,
that's just it. It's nobody wants to die. Nobody, well, I mean, maybe.
well, there are people who are suicidal, but it's real easy to die in a motorcycle. If you want to die in a motorcycle, you can do it real easy.
There's
Hmm.
bridges all over the place. Jump off the cocksucker.
Yeah, drive into an abutment, you know. Right. I mean, yeah, it's easy. So just don't drive into another oncoming traffic. Don't
Well,
ruin
yeah,
somebody
we've
else's
seen that.
life,
Yeah, don't
please.
don't fuck up some poor truck driver.
But it occurred to me too. And another thing, you get a lot of time to think, right? 1,400
Hmm.
miles from Florida up to here, so I do a lot of thinking. And motorcyclists are separated by a lot of things, but one thing that defines it, I think, is the weather
Hmm.
and taking long trips. And how many bikers do you think actually do those long trips where they go out for days and weeks?
Well, not as much as they. I mean,
Not as much as they
I mean,
talk
life
about
kind of
doing,
gets in the way.
right?
You know, if you got a job and all that bullshit and families and old ladies and shit, yeah, they get really pissy when you take off for a week.
Mine encourages me to leave because I can be such a suffering bastard. But
Right. But at the same time, it's just, the average person doesn't have that kind of time.
right,
And then everybody wants to talk about the good old days. Oh man, guys used to ride all over the place, this, that, and the other thing. They were like 20s and their 30s.
yeah,
They were younger dudes. They didn't have families. They were 9 times out of 10, didn't even have a fucking house.
yeah,
That's why clubhouses are a thing,
yeah,
because you just bebop from clubhouse to clubhouse all over the goddamn country. That's why you have multiple fucking chapters. That's what they're there for. That's why clubhouses have washing machines and kitchens and all that shit, because it's basically a private hotel.
yeah.
And yeah, could you still do that today? Yeah, maybe. But here's the other thing that really it's even like even trying to like earn a living these days is hard. I mean, we all watch the news, you
Yeah.
know. It costs more today to live than it did back in the day, even if you you know, adjust for inflation.
Inflation comes down doesn't mean anything. Is what prices have.
I mean, for Christ's fucking sakes, you're talking about guys that would jump on a bike and go across the country without a cell phone.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's unheard of. I mean,
Nowadays, oh
yeah.
man, it's our tether.
Oh my God. How would I know where I'm going?
Ours are within probably a yard of us right now. We're turned off because of the podcast, but my mind's right over here.
Yeah.
You're right. It's just your tether, right? It's your
It's the
safety net.
electronic leash,
Yeah.
you know? And then, I mean, fuck, talking about, oh, I don't put up no shit. I hit somebody. Yeah, if you get into a bar fight, you're getting arrested. Why? Because every goddamn bar has fucking 20 goddamn cameras. It's basically you have fucking see. They have several different angles.
Hmm.
Not to mention the fact that everybody's got a goddamn ring camera now.
Oh God, I know you can't even pick your nose in traffic anymore. God damn it.
So yeah, no, it's not like the good old days. But at the same time, you can still ride. You can still get out there. You just got to be smart about it.
You just got to do it.
Yep.
You just got to do it, man.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just doing it. I
And
mean,
that's where the weather comes in. That's what separates people. How many times it's so incredible. We had bad weather called tornadoes and shit in Wisconsin. What a surprise in the springtime. 2 nights ago, right?
yep.
Tornadoes. And they canceled school events, which are inside.
Yes. Well, to be fair, the storm that was maybe going through this area did miss us, but went
It fucked
up.
up Juneau and New Richmond.
Yeah,
We
and
saw the
yeah, there
footage.
was a
Yep.
big tornado and it sort of wiped out some shit. But, you know,
Uh,
weather. We went to a bike night.
Weather. Yeah. But I think it's what stops people from living those dreams that they talk about.
Oh my God. Here's what stopped people from doing their thing. Because, yes, riding a motorcycle is dangerous as fuck.
Hmm.
There's no other way to put it. It's
Yeah.
I mean, you're in traffic with multi-ton vehicles that if they do something stupid, they could take you out. If
Hmm.
you do something stupid, you can take yourself out.
Right.
I mean, everybody's human, everybody makes mistakes. That's the thing. But on a bike, it's life and death. Therefore, if you're out there riding and doing things, yeah, you're kind of sort of risking your life. And everybody has that in the back of their mind. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If I die on my bike, it's not good. I didn't want that to happen.
Right.
So don't say, we died doing what you loved. Well, yeah, I guess I did, but it still sucks really fucking bad that I'm not alive anymore.
Hmm.
You know?
I guess it's the old platitude, right? He died with his boots on. So everybody's trying to glorify death, but I think the people that are trying to glorify death are the ones that don't do this shit. They're living through vicariously through those that
Right.
do.
Well, they're trying to like make it better. It's not better. It's death is dead. If you die on a bike or if you die in a fucking hospital room, it's same fucking end result. And we're all going to do it at some point.
Well, that's the one thing that we all can't escape. That's right.
You know, it
But
is what it is.
but we're talking largely. We talked about this earlier this week. Uh, the bread and butter for Harley Davidson and the like, and all the shops is hobbyists.
Well, yeah.
That's what pays their bills. Are
Mhm.
hobbyists.
They buy the stickers and the boots and the t-shirts and
All the little chrome gewgaws for their bike
yep.
and all the
And I
things.
got to get a new bike because this one's old.
How old is it? 3 years old.
Oh, and it's got almost 2,000 miles on it. So I better get rid of it.
My newest motorcycle was built in 2007.
Mm.
Yours was 2009.
Mhm.
So they're seeing some age, but they're also mechanical object, right? I mean,
Everything has a failure
if
point.
it does, but if you do your maintenance,
Well, Harleys have been known to be forever bikes, meaning you can rebuild it. You can, keep them going. I mean, most of your metric bikes, they're not. I mean, you can, but it's pretty goddamn tough.
well, it is just from a part standpoint.
Well, yeah, well, okay, yes. And you got to also, or okay, like Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
It gets to a certain age in Japan, they start taxing the ever loving fuck out of you, basically to get it off the road. Because the theory is the newer bikes are more fuel efficient, less polluting, yada yada yada. Therefore, get this old shit off the goddamn road,
Mm.
like California.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, crazy town, crazy land.
But I mean, nobody's sentimental anymore, man. You know,
There are people that are sentimental,
well, there are, of course, but
and we know them in our crowds. We
and
know them, but
the six viewers that are watching this, they're probably sentimental too. But I mean, like, there's no such thing as a TV repairman anymore.
now when you got YouTube, I repair my TV myself.
That's just it. It's throw it away and go buy another. We turn into a fucking country of consumers.
True throwaway society, planned obsolescence.
And now we're doing it with people.
Ah, mm.
Somebody dies. I mean, there was a there's this dude making his rounds, former one percenter, wrote a book called Brotherhood, the greatest lie ever told. And
Hmm.
yeah, because every goddamn club on planet Earth has the whatever letter of the club, whether it be, a B or whatever, and then an F and an F, forever, forever. But every goddamn club has former members that quit, they got kicked out, they're out bad, they're out good, they're gone, you're whatever. It's the
They
greatest lie ever told.
they retire.
Well, I mean, you can retire. It just means you're still part of the fucking brotherhood, but or you can't do what the fuck you're supposed to do as a member, but you're still around and you can retire because you've done enough to prove that you're worthy of not having to do everything goddamn else.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks when they're joining a club that the prospect period or probationary period, whatever you call it, that once you're done with that and you get your patch, that's it. Nope. Now the real fun starts.
Mm, the real work.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really true.
Because being a fucking patch holder doesn't mean that you're really good at fucking doing dishes or that you're really awesome stocking a fucking cooler. That has nothing to do with it.
That's just the menial shit we make guys do to show heart.
Yep. So if you don't have the heart to even fucking do basic household bullshit and fucking other random tasks, then you're not going to be able to handle the shit you're going to have to do once you get the bad damn patch.
True enough, and 9 times out of 10, probably maybe 5 times out of 10, I'll say 50% of the time, the guy's going to be an empty patch anyway.
Yep.
Empty vest.
Yep.
And you know what? And clubs, they don't. The bills got to get paid. You got to keep a roof over your head. So you keep the guys in because it keeps
Well,
the
that's true.
the base of money that's coming in there. Everybody does it different, I guess. But you're right. Brotherhood is a lie. It's like anything in life.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that the guy that wrote the book said that.
Well, okay, so you're right. Thank you, brother, for correcting me that, you fucking miserable asshole.
I was just pointing it out.
Yeah. But now I lost my train of thought. Doesn't matter. No, I actually no, I picked right back up on it because it's you get out of it what you put into it.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I mean,
You get your patch, right? You
yeah.
just don't like, okay, now I'm a patch member. Just don't be expected to get clapped on the back and treated like that guy that's been around for 30 years. Because you haven't built up that rapport, you haven't built up those relationships, you haven't bonded with trust and bonded through experiences. There's a lot of shit that goes into it.
Well, I see it more, like, fuck. We just went down a rabbit hole here, but
Huh.
I don't know why people listen to us. But anyways,
Apparently they like us.
I don't know. It's like, look, let's say I don't give a fuck what club you join. It could be a 1% club, a fucking mom and pop. It could be a fucking riding club. Doesn't fucking matter. If you had to go through a probationary / prospect period, that means that all the motherfuckers, except people that are founders,
Mm-hmm.
went through the exact same process, did the exact same fucking thing. And then on top of that, they have the patch and they've kept it. and they've honored it and they did the things and they whatever it takes to keep that shit going. So once you get that patch, you're not done yet.
No.
Now you have to do the shit that you're supposed to be fucking doing that guys that were before you had been doing.
You got to live the brand.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
You got to perpetuate it because I'll tell you what, if you don't continue to maintain the brand, to continue to keep the traditions, then what you're not going to have a club to retire from.
Exactly.
And that really is the key to the whole thing, right? I
Yep.
mean, it really is. And so, and once again, so, commitment, the weather, are you an enthusiast? Are you a hobbyist?
Well, it's yeah, I mean, weather, yeah, is a thing.
Clubs are full of hobbyists.
Oh, they really are.
They really are. And we see it.
But here's the other thing that kind of chaps my ass, and it's actually going to tie all of this together.
Oh, good.
Guys need to give guys grace.
Mm,
You know, like if a guy gets too carried away with fucking boozing or drugs or whatever, you can't just be like, well, fuck that guy, he's out.
gets caught up.
Yeah, oh my God, he's out. Oh, he got into a fight. Oh, he's out. Oh, you got a Dewey. Oh, he's out. No, this ain't the goddamn Boy Scouts. We're not sitting around talking about the Bible.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
we're
well,
kind
of
of
course you do,
shitbags.
but yeah, yeah.
Well, shitbags are gonna do shitbag shit. I mean, it is what it is. Now, if it gets out of control, okay, you reel them back in. You don't push them away.
No, you can't. But too often we see it go the other way. We've been guilty of it too.
Oh yeah.
It's hard not to get caught up into the emotional, right?
Well, sometimes you gotta say the harsh words and you gotta be a dick. But at the same time, it's not hand over your shit and never want to see you again. It's more like, dude, you are fucking up.
Mm. Yeah, what's going on with you?
Yeah. Because there's always a cause. Nobody does their shit for no reason.
We used to call it the D's. He's suffering from the D's.
Mm.
Drugs, disease, degeneracy, debt.
Mm-hmm.
The D's. He's in
It's
the
a
D's, man.
motherfucker,
It can be. It,
and then you got those guys that want to be more than they are.
yeah,
It's like,
they don't last long.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I'm gonna get patched in, and then within a year or two, I'm gonna be the president, or I'm gonna be whatever officer. It's like, well, do you even know what it takes to be that person?
They come out with an agenda
Yeah.
and they want to be told everything. They want to know every little bit that's going on because we're all brothers, so we should all equally know. Well, maybe
Well,
not.
yeah, yeah, you're kept in the loop, but let me see, because I'm the president of this fucking
Mm.
club, so I gotta, I start talking like it. But people ask me what's going on. I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out myself, man.
Well, a lot of times you make it up as you go along.
Well, it's not like there's a fucking rule book.
No, well, there
When
is.
this happens, you do this.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
You
no,
know?
no, no, no. I mean,
Well, yeah, bylaws. But
you don't know until the situation comes up, and then you hope
yeah,
you make the right. Here's the thing: if you make the wrong decisions, do you get the balls to look back at it and say, okay, hey man, I fucked up there, and
yep.
learn from it and change. It's a moving target. It's a growing entity,
Hmm.
and it's not
But
just one person.
it's like, like when your buddy died. Did he have a few beers in him, maybe some weed on him? Yeah, sure. Fucking old school biker. Of course he did.
Yeah.
But the guy's been riding for what? How many years? What
Well,
would you say?
I would say probably 50 plus.
So 50 plus years of experience. I guarantee you that guy fucking it's not the first time he had marijuana and beer in him when he was on a motorcycle. I guarantee it. In fact, I can guarantee that for 50 plus fucking years, he did that very same thing.
Mm,
So shit happens.
does.
So that doesn't even come into the fucking framework. It's just unfortunately Far too often, we are reminded that the squishy humans that we all know and love are writing things that can kill you when shit goes wrong.
Or even when it doesn't.
Yeah. When somebody else's shit goes wrong.
Here's how quick it can happen, man. I was on the highway,
Yeah.
going through Paducah, Kentucky, going up across the river, Illinois. Of course, there's always construction on Illinois roads, so me and my companion we're single lanes, so we're side by side, and we're coming around a corner, and they got all them fucking big plastic stanchions they put up, with the stripes and stuff,
Yep.
reflective stripes. And we come around a corner, and there is one sitting out about a foot further out into my lane on my side. I didn't have time to react. My foot on my floorboard caught the whole thing, moved it around, and yanked my whole leg around.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh shit. Like I had no time to react. Of course, then I'm like, well, that's probably not good when when I'm gonna stop this bike and have to stand on it. So I'm doing like isometrics and shit on the leg. But I mean,
Deer.
oh yeah, deer.
It's the funny joke, you tell somebody, oh, hey, watch out for the deer, when they're in their car because it'll fuck up their car. Yeah, well, imagine hitting one on a bike.
I
400 pounds of fucking meat comes jumping out of the fucking ditch out of fucking nowhere.
I would say probably you see deer 75% of the time when you're riding around here at night.
Yep.
Yeah. You just learn certain areas where they really you really see them a lot.
Yep.
I try to listen to that little voice in my head that says, "Hey man, back off the throttle here. You're coming into that area."
Remember those little plastic deals they used to sell for cars?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
deer
The
whistle?
deer whistle, yeah.
They didn't do shit.
No, no, because I've been hunting before, and
Yeah.
you step on a leaf wrong, and the fucking deer run away. But then you got this big loud Harley coming through, fucking snorting and and coughing up and making all sorts of noise, and the deer stands there and looks at you.
Like, what?
What's going on? And it's not just one. Like we got this little phenomena that happens with deer called the rut,
Oh, yeah.
and that happens well in September when the
Yeah,
rut
September
starts.
to pretty much December.
Yeah, and when that happens, you'll see a couple of doe running across the road. Your ass better slow down
Yeah, because
because there's
there's
probably a buck chasing them
or two.
or two. Yeah,
Them fuckers are big,
they are. And
corn-fed motherfuckers.
well, you don't realize how often it's there. Like how many times do you think you go by deer and you don't see it?
I know. And here's the other thing. I know we blame other drivers. Ooh, this thing, put down your phone.
We're our
This and
biggest
that.
enemy.
Right. But there's a lot of dudes that ain't the guys in cages that are fucking you up. It's you that's fucking you up because you ain't looking.
You're not looking, or you've been that fair weather rider who just doesn't have enough miles.
You're just yeah,
You just don't have enough miles.
I was talking to a guy. He's a younger dude. And
That's saying something now, you old fuck. You get
he's a younger dude in
yeah.
his 30s. Anyways, let's move past it. Anyways, he was saying that he went on his first group public ride.
hmm
And he said, "Man, that is a way different, scarier thing."
Fuck.
He goes, "We weren't even going fast, but I was scared as shit." I'm like, "Yeah, why? Because they don't go fast, but they also don't fucking pay attention to fucking traffic. They're just in their own little fucking world. They probably got 2 or 3 fucking beers in them. They're bar hopping around and they're just pulling out in front of people and yada yada yada, but they're doing roughly the speed limit. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing, all right.
That's why whenever I go on anybody's ride or anybody's public ride or whatever, hey, you guys do you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do me.
we'll be in the back, thanks.
Boy, you guys don't know how to ride? Well,
Oh
no,
no, we do.
I do.
I either want to be right up front or in the back,
Yep.
or lucky enough to be doing the blocking for their sorry asses. 'Cause how
Yeah.
many times have we been roped into that?
Oh my God.
Because we'll get on a ride and we're like, these motherfuckers have no clue what they're doing.
They have no idea.
And then suddenly it's like, we've got a plan,
Yeah.
and it takes us about a minute to go into that mode.
Yep.
All right, pair off. Who are you going to be? Okay, which side do you want? Left, right? Okay, cool.
Yep.
And then, but that's experience.
I mean, I have seen guys break off. 2 guys. It's a regular, normal fucking intersection, you know? And both guys will go to the exact same side and block the same fucking road, but the other side is wide the fuck open. It's like, which one of you is more retarded? Somebody had to make the first move, and then you were like, "Oh, okay, we like this road." What did you think the other road was going to do? There's only two of you assholes.
That's why when we do it, we pair off.
Yep.
You right, you block with the same guy, and then you choose your side. Okay, I like the left. I like the left side for me. You know, that's but
I
so.
don't either or doesn't
But
matter.
as long as it's consistently stay with that.
Yeah, just that's yeah.
But we're back to that hobbyist thing again. That hobbyist enthusiast. And I'm not talking them down, but I'm just trying to say get the record straight that there's a big difference.
Well, the thing of it is this. If you're a hobbyist, you don't really ride that much, yada yada yada. Hey man, I get it, man. Maybe life is hard, like I work a lot. I got the kids, I got the wife, I got this, I got that. Okay, fine. Then don't fucking act like you're anything more.
Yeah. Stay in your
Just be
lane.
you.
Yeah, just be you.
Just be you. I mean, you could say I occasionally fucking have a drink or two. Yeah. Then don't try to fucking hang with the big drinkers.
Mm,
You know what I mean? I've seen that before.
yeah.
Guys will go out and be like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm a big Harley dude and I like riding motorcycles and yada yada. I'm gonna go out with you guys." And yeah, but they never go out. And then they're going to bars and shit, they're doing a run or whatever, and they're starting
Hmm.
to pound fucking beers or shots or whatever the fuck. And next thing you know, they're too drunk. And it's like, no, dude. I mean,
Here's
know who you are.
here's another phrase that I've heard before. Yeah, and it I don't know, it kind of rattles me a little. This is the one. Well, I probably ride better drunk than I do sober.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You do not. Your brain tells you do. And yeah, maybe you're a little more rubber, and when you hit something, you're going to fly off the bike a little easier and probably not break as many bones.
Well, and here's the other fucking phrase that I fucking can't fucking stand. That fucking irritates the shit out of me. Well, you know, I'll figure it out. I'll be okay. No, you won't.
No, you won't.
No, you won't. You're gonna figure it out.
The
Fucked
hard way.
up.
The hard way.
Yeah. You're gonna figure it out fucked up.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Because now you can really think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're making the best judgments for yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, now your superpower is I got fucking 3 sheets to the fucking wind. So now we're gonna fucking crack some codes.
Yeah, but you're talking about those guys too that they don't ride as much, right? They're field riders,
Yep.
but then they feel they got to justify all of that by being more macho. I can do it. I can do it. These are the guys that worry. Oh well, you trailered yours to Sturgis. I rode mine. I don't give a fuck about that. Do you care about that? I don't care about
I
that.
don't,
I
first of
don't.
all, riding the Sturgis is the most boringest fucking ride on planet fucking Earth.
Uh,
Coming from our direction.
well, yeah, that South Dakota is pretty impressive.
South Dakota doesn't
Western
get.
Minnesota.
I mean, well, so if you come out of Wisconsin, you're going through the cross and all that jazz, it's hilly and windy and scenic, right? And then you have about 8 fucking hours of flat nothingness.
Yeah.
And then it's big hills
Mm,
with nothingness.
mm.
And then once you get like an hour away from Sturgis, then you start seeing some cool shit. But it's like, okay, great. Well, now you're gonna get thrown into the mix of Sturgis,
Yeah.
where you got one percenters that fucking live, eat, sleep, shit, fuck on their goddamn motorcycle, and then guys that are renting a bike to do it.
Yeah.
And they're all together.
Yep.
So that's fun. Not to mention the fact that you got these fucking stupid ass cops that'll pull you over and fuck with you any goddamn way that they can,
They import them in from all over the country
all over the country.
just for that,
Yep.
folks. Watch the documentaries.
Yep.
Huh, man,
I mean, there's guys that get pulled over because they only put 1 foot down at the stop sign.
that's true.
Oh, your handlebars are a little bit too high. Let me pull you over. Oh, your exhaust seems a little bit loud.
Next thing you know, if they're going through, they find a joint in his pocket. He's had 2 beers. Yep.
You're
Bye
fucked.
bye. You're fucked. Your bike's gone. You're
Yep.
fucked. Paying some impound fees. You got to stay for court. No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, $250 a night adds up pretty goddamn quick.
But those guys are trying to justify, their version of the biker lifestyle, and I guess that's all cool. But like you said, stay in your lane, man.
Okay.
Don't live more than you are.
Yep. I mean, I was same young dude I was talking to. He's telling me about he's been recently hitting a lot of rallies.
Mm.
He realized that you know, some of these older guys, they just go to let's say you're in Daytona and they just park their bike right on Main Street and then they sit in a bar all day, all night, and then go home. And he's like, is that all it is for them?
Yeah,
Yeah, there are those guys. Yeah, absolutely.
especially in Daytona if you're down at the beach area.
Oh yeah.
10 pounds of shit in a 5 pound bag. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all concentrated in a 2.5 block area.
They want to ride down Main Street because apparently they're cool too.
Go to the
But
Cabbage Patch, have
yeah,
some fun.
Cabbage Patch is where it's at
It
actually.
definitely. Hey, take a ride down the coast. Go down 1A, man. Go
Hmm.
to Titusville. Go see Cape Canaveral and all that, man. There's plenty to
Where was
see.
that shooting that took place not too long ago?
That was in New Smyrna Beach. That was actually right up the street from where we rented that house when we
Right.
when the club went.
What was that? Yeah, we went to that seafood joint.
That was down in New Smyrna Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go there.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
I mean, shit, you don't have to fucking be around bikers all the time. Fucking, you're in fucking Florida, man. You're like, you go to Sturgis. You don't have to be in Sturgis or hit all the like biker shit. Oh, let's go see Mount Rushmore. Okay, cool. Let's go see Mount Rushmore. But what are the other towns that we're blowing past?
Mm, that's the stuff that I like.
We ran into this biker bar. It was fucking rad. It was like, I think we were on our way to like Deadwood. Yeah, we were on our way to Deadwood and we stopped off and because I needed gas because I had Softail and I always need gas. I don't even know if that bike has gas in it right now, and I'm not even riding it. It's just,
Put a smaller tank on that thing too. No, 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 you didn't. You had to go with the old one. That's right.
but it looks cool.
It does look cool.
But I mean, we stopped in this fucking, I mean, I don't even remember the name of the town, and like Nowhereville, fucking South Dakota, you know?
Is that the one with the cheap food and cheap drinks?
Yeah. And we
Yeah,
get in there,
which is saying something in Sturgis. That's for damn
and
sure.
there's like no like riders, if you will, there. It's just this no-name town. And I'm like, hey man, I'll stop in the bar and get something to eat, or fucking I'm thirsty, yada yada yada. I mean, we're already here because I had to get gas, so fuck it. And sure as shit, we go in this bar, and it's like this normal biker bar. All sorts of like, memorabilia behind the bar and clubs and this and that. And people are hanging out and they all looked at us like, what the fuck are you doing here? And they're like, nothing, hungry, thirsty. What's up? And it's like, they're like, oh, okay, cool. They thought we were local because nobody from out of town goes there because it's not on Instagram or some shit.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's not chic.
Nope.
Doesn't fit the uh the the social media personification of what a biker is.
It was nice to pay normal fucking prices for
I'm
shit.
sure. I'm sure. I mean, who wants to drink a $7 Coke? Who wants to pay for a $12
On the main strip, I don't know what they call it in Sturgis, but whatever.
main drag? I
The
don't know.
main drag, where the thing on the sign is, whatever. $15 for one Jack
Hmm.
and Coke. And it was like
Wow,
this size.
that ain't worth $15.
I mean, fucking monsters were like 5, $10 at gas stations. Anyways,
Anyways, I know we digress, but that's what we do best.
it's a podcast.
It is a
We
podcast.
ramble.
Well, it's what you're supposed to do, right?
It's called banter.
Banter. But I don't know.
I also realize I'm like a shady character when I always wear a hat because the lights are above me, unless I turn it around.
Maybe I'm too busy thinking
Oh,
about
wait
how
a
I'm going to pull
second.
that front
Yeah, there's
caliper
that
apart.
amazing hair that one of our listeners said was amazing.
Ah, yes, amazing hair. Yeah.
Mm. And these fluorescent lights do us no favors whatsoever.
Very true.
And there's no filters.
That's very true. Yeah.
Can we talk about guys that use filters for their fucking profile picture
Oh, God.
on the internet?
Aren't we talking about them already? I mean, I don't know, man. Don't try to justify the fact that you have dreams and that you're not living up to your expectations, and then you're trying to feel guilty about it in your head.
Let's talk about the guys that fucking have an outfit when they go ride a motorcycle.
Oh my God, right? I just put my clothes on and
I
then
don't got my
start
riding
like,
pants on. No, you mean like pants? The fuck are you gonna put
got
on?
to get my affliction jeans on. Hold on.
Hold on, let me get my Harley Davidson dealership shirt so people know that I have been to, wherever the fuck, wherever the fuck.
We know people, we know a lot of people like that. That's
Hmm.
actually we're talking about the majority of the hobbyist riders out there. And if
Hmm.
you're riding on weekends when the weather's fair and then you're a hobbyist. You're a hobbyist.
Hmm.
If you're just living this shit day to day, then that's different. And you know what? More power to you either way.
Be a hobbyist.
But be that hobbyist. Don't
Who gives
like
a shit?
last night, right? We're at the clubhouse, we're watching on the screen. A couple of the brothers went out there getting on their bikes and shit. And then we see this guy and a girl walk by. Remember this?
Yep.
And they stop and he starts talking. And the first thing out of our mouths, we said, well, he's having that conversation.
Yep. I'd have one of these, but I had a
This, that, and the
kid,
other
and
thing. They're too
the old lady
expensive.
would,
Yeah.
you know what I
I'd
mean.
ride a Harley,
The
but
old lady wouldn't let me have one. And
yeah. And they wonder. I mean, I've been asked this many times. It's like, why do you guys always have a wry smile on your face or laugh amongst yourselves when somebody comes up and asks you a question at bike night? It's like, do you realize like we're not one percenters and those motherfuckers like get it even more than we do. But do you know how often that people come up and say that stupid shit to us?
yeah.
It's hard for us not to cartoon on you. We don't mean to, we're not doing it
Well,
maliciously.
I would join a club, but
Uh,
I don't want to be
Nobody
told
tells
which way
me
to
what to
go.
do. Yeah.
I'm a president of motorcycle club. I've never told anybody where to go.
No, no, it's all you do is say, okay,
If I say, hey, we got to do this, I need dudes, that's about it.
I'm,
But if it's like Tuesday, I don't give a flying fuck what you're doing.
I'm a pappy for a probate right now. And that's one of the lessons he's learning
Yeah.
is that he'll be like, is this okay to do? And I'm like, well, do it. That's what you want to do. Like, because that's all you're doing is telling us what you are.
Yep.
And so,
Do
yeah,
it,
I get it.
asshole.
Shit happens. Like stuff comes up in life and that's cool. But fucking just own your shit.
Yep.
Own your shit. If you do something, fucking admit it.
If I get a phone call that somebody's in a fucking jam at a bar, jam, I'm gonna come in there with a monkey wrench and we're hitting everybody. Then I'll figure out what the fuck's going on.
Well, all right, that's the big thing, right? Like a brother shows up at your house at night with a shovel, you don't ask what happened. You just say,
Nope.
okay, you know,
We'll figure that
where
out
are we
later.
going? Yeah. What's the one
It
movie?
doesn't matter.
What's the one movie? What car are we taking?
Oh, that's the town.
The town, yeah.
The town.
What car are we taking?
Yep.
And that's
Need your help. We're gonna hurt some people. You can never ask me about it. I'm never gonna explain it. Whose car
well,
are we taking?
have you heard of the Hoka?
No.
That's the that's the big thing that they go on. These guys they start down in Florida and they ride up to either I think it's Fairbanks, Alaska, and they do this and they just go. They've got bedrolls on and they all weather
Hmm.
and but I wrote it down what the Hoka was. Um,
Sounds like a Native American.
it is Native American, as a matter of fact. And I
Sounds
got
like a town in Wisconsin.
yeah,
Oh,
could
you just
be.
you go to Eau Claire, you take a left at Hookahee, and next thing you know, you're there.
And I copied it because I
We didn't
thought
even talk about how the Pope is from Chicago.
and I thought that this really
Yeah,
like personified what a true man is really.
sure.
And this was their quote from the Hoka. Deep inside you lives the man that you are supposed to be, not the one this world has molded you into, not the one that you saw in a book or a movie and thought, I want to be like that man. The man to which I refer is in you already, and you don't become that man until you reach the point where you have no choice but to be that man. That is your truth. That is your self measure. And that's the fucking truth right there.
And it.
Fucking, hey man, Keep in mind, the most dangerous part in your motorcycle is the nut that connects the seat to the fucking handlebars. And don't fucking come up to me and say, he died doing what he loved. Peace.